Ladies and gentlemen, let me just tell you this. There is reason to be hopeful in our country today. There is reason to hope, not because we agree on all of the issues, but because on the issues that we disagree upon, we still disagree as good people.
That the country is more polarized than at any time since the Civil War.
Well, people aren't listening to each other. And if you and I disagree, then I'm just evil.
Republicans against Democrats, or do you think
this isn't democracy anymore, right?
One group believes it can get done.
Braver Angels is the nation's largest grassroots organization that is bringing people together from all across the political spectrum.
Promising seeds being planted in the nation's heartland when it comes to healing.
We have reason to believe in our prospects for a brighter American tomorrow, but it only works if we hear each other.
When we first started Braver Angels, it was just 3 or 4 of us. We were going around the country, sleeping on people's couches, trying out the workshop.
Methods, training, giving them what they need to engage their communities, engage political leaders.
It only works if we listen to one another.
To be part of the solution and turn the tide on the toxicity that is tearing at the fabric of the nation.
So we did 40 of those over the course of a summer. We didn't have any idea that that would turn into thousands of these workshops.
And what I found consistently, people do bring their best selves, and they do learn, and they do change.
Half conservative, half liberal, meeting together, just trying to talk to one another rather than at each other or about each other.
Sat in multiple rooms where I would have not expected the conversation to move so gracefully.
In today's political climate, to be in a group like this, talking about really controversial issues like abortion and immigration, it's just amazing.
We just had no idea that it would grow like this.
There's just so much potential for Braver Angels.
Our work on college campuses and our work with political leaders.
Elected officials who take our workshops who say, this helps me do my job.
26 workshops.
727 points of agreement from all of those workshops.
I didn't realize how powerful this is.
I'm leaving this place with a sense of grace and hope for our future and our nation.
The chosen topic for the Common Ground workshops for Braver Angels to concentrate on in the coming year all over the nation is immigration.
This is what democracy looks like.
If we hear each other's stories, seek not to destroy each other merely with arguments, but to be understanding of the human place from which our differences of opinion derive, and recognize the fact that the true project of democracy is not winning an election. It's living with each other, regardless of whether we win or lose.
For me, Braver Angels is an antidote to the despair that it is so easy to feel about what's happening to the country.
If they won't fix it, we will.
To me, the most important single number in Braver Angels is the number 3,100. That is the number of trained volunteers who, on a voluntary level, are going around the country doing this work.
America is not a lost cause.
I want to set up some events, locally. That's where it happens.
People all over the country who are rejecting the toxicity. And not only that, they are stepping up.
We're also going to have volunteers within the RNC and DNC.
These are people that are rolling up their sleeves and want to be part of a solution. And to be in that, to be part of that.
The American people are not despairing because we are worried about who wins the next election. We are worried despairing because we are concerned about the idea that we cannot live with each other regardless of who wins the next election.
We learned from each other and took each other's concerns seriously.
I think the most fulfilling thing is people's lives changing. People telling me that they now can get along with relatives. People telling me that they were starting to cut off somebody.
We have a shared mission. We want to reduce that polarization. We want to bring people together in conversation and camaraderie.
A hopeful alternative is possible.
That's the American Hope Campaign, and that's what we're going to do.
This is the issue.
That there is reason to believe, reason to hope, reason for American hope.
Braver Angels is a call to citizenship. It's the most astonishing thing I've ever been a part of.
And they will look back on the work we did today, the work that we did in Kenosha and across all of these untied states of the United States of America, and say that because these people hope, because they believe, the American dream endured for generations